President David Granger returns to Cuba for further medical checkups in the new week. Public Infrastructure Minister presents report on Fly Jamaica accident to Cabinet. These and more in the post-Cabinet roundup.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon on Friday during a post-cabinet press conference said President David Granger is expected to return to Cuba on Tuesday of the new week for further medical checkups. The president recently returned from that country on November 20 after undergoing a series of tests and medical evaluations following the diagnosis of non-Hodgkin lymphoma.
He is working on a reduced workload, but in fact is in command, in charge of the business of the state. The president is having meetings, he is giving directions and so on and so forth, but he is he's much better than when he left for Cuba. The treatment regime will require him going to Cuba on a number of occasions. The president, I believe, has asked that at least so that I convey to you and to all Guyanese who have actually wished him well, who have sent messages of comfort to himself and his family, to express his thanks for all of those outpouring of concern for his health. In the government, we want to say that we continue to work assiduously to ensure that the visions of the president are kept.
Government has agreed to sell its 6.7% interest in the Guyana Stock Feeds Limited to Pegasus Hotel owner Robert Badal. According to Minister Harmon, the offer entails the purchase of government's holdings of 5,437 ordinary shares at $25 per share.
The offer to purchase the shares by Mr. Badal, the majority shareholder in Guyana Stock Feed Inc., was the only one received in response to two separate requests or proposals, the last being published in the 4 daily newspapers over the period October 29th to December 7th, 2017. Cabinet approved the sale of the shares as proposed and authorized NISIL to complete the sale transaction.
2 external loan agreements have been signed between Guyana and the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, the first to the tune of $1,265,000 for the water sector enhancement project. Minister Harmon said studies will be conducted to determine if the Hope Canal could be used as a source of potable water. The second loan, worth $4,367,000, will go towards the transport sector enhancement project,
which would include the construction of a new bridge at Wisma, region number 10, a new stelling at Parica, region number 3, and upgrading the aerodrome at Lethem, region number 9. Cabinet approved the loan agreements and directed that they be laid in the National Assembly.
The vision of the Green State Development Strategy, GSDS, the brainchild of President Granger, was presented to the Cabinet. The GSDS, Minister Harmon said, is a model of development over a 20-year period, which provides a roadmap of how the country can prudently manage its natural resources wealth. It also outlines expected benefits to sustainable development in Guyana in the context of the Green State. Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson has presented to the Cabinet a report on the November 9, 2018 crash landing of the Fly Jamaica aircraft. Government also described the actions of the firemen who stole personal items from the aircraft as reprehensible. The State Minister said this has tarnished the image of the country. Appointments have been approved for members of the National Commission for the Elderly and the Trade Recognition and Certification Boards, among others.
Cabinet has agreed to the appointment of Mr. William Boston as Director of Juvenile Justice, Mr. Andre Messiah Gonzalez, Deputy Director of Policy, and Mrs. Tiffany Daniels, Deputy Director of Administration. These appointments will serve to support the implementation of the provisions of the Juvenile Justice Bill that was passed in the National Assembly in April of 2018. This is now an act. Those provisions include the decriminalization of a number of offenses.
More news from the post-cabinet press conference can be viewed on our website and social media. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.